Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about some developments in the AI space. The first news that I would like to discuss is regarding how much companies have spent in AI during the year of 2024. So as we come close to the end of the year, we can have a better picture of how things are going for these companies. And what we see is that every day more and more money is being spent on AI technology. If this is good or bad, we still don't know because we don't see much of the results, at least in terms of financial improvements. However, we know very well that Google, Microsoft, Amazon, uh, OpenAI, they are all spending like crazy. So let's see some of these numbers. So basically, this article from Yahoo Finance tells us that big tech is spending billions on AI as demand grows for computing power. Among the companies investigated are Microsoft, Meta, Google, and Amazon. And they reported that they spent a combined $125 billion in AI data centers between January and August. So as you see here, this huge number is not even for the whole year, it's just for the period starting January until August of 2024. This is according to a report by JP Morgan. It's incredible the amount of money they are spending on this technology, which brings the question of, are they really doing a good investment, or they're just throwing money at something that has not been proven as money making technology? That's a very interesting question that will be answered probably in the next year, 2025. Of the four tech giants, Microsoft has invested the most in fixed AI assets, such as GPUs and other chips. The report shows that Google and Amazon spent more on training their AI models than on inferencing, running their AI models for customers. So this is an interesting piece of information because it shows that most of the money that they spend, at least for Google and Amazon, is for training, is not even for using the models. So imagine how much more costly this is going to be once they are starting to also use at the same level. Moreover, it is important to remember that training AI models is not something that is suddenly going to disappear once and for all. Why? Because AI models always need to be learning new things, right? And every time they do this process of training and they need to get more and more information, they will have to spend much more money. So if they are spending uh, more than $100 billion in 2024, imagine how it's going to be in the future. So here is a breakdown of spend for big tech on AI during 20 during 2024, according to this report. For Amazon, they accounted 19 billion. For Meta, 27 billion. For Google, 33 billion. And Microsoft, the biggest expenditure of all, 46 billion. Let's see, the company is a major investor on OpenAI. This is also an explanation of the huge number here. And they spent $20 billion on GPUs and other data center chips, and 20 billion on other AI spend. Probably something that they don't want people to know about, but it all goes to the tally of money spent on AI technology. New piece of information on CNBC. Google CEO tells employees to gear up for big 2025. Stakes are high. Well, Yeah, for Google, they are definitely high. Google executives hold a strategy meeting last week, setting the stage for a year of increased competition, regulatory hurdles, and advancements. CEO Sundar Pichai said Google introduced a number of AI features. He also warned that it would be a challenging year as we are facing scrutiny. Well, in a few words, Google is telling their employees basically that they will have a bad 2025, right? The point is, Google is now feeling very strongly the competition like they never did before. The reason is that now a market that they thought should be a very safe market, which is search engine, is being completely revamped now using AI tools. And Google has to run as fast as they can because if they don't do enough, they might very well lose the position they have nowadays. And it's important to remember Google has a lot to lose. Why? Because they have pretty much 90% or even more of the search market uh, in the US and around the world. And if companies can find a better way to do search to get better results for customers, uh, then is probably going to be a big loss for Google because their market share is going to decrease. And I think this is almost certain in the next few years. The other problem is that it's nowadays pretty clear that Google is using their economic power to get advantages in the market, like, for example, forcing companies out of this market and basically being monopolists. And the American government has figured out this, and they will try to do something. So Google now has a big problem with this. So Pichai's comment comes after a year packed with some of the most intense pressure Google has experienced since going public. While areas like search, ads, and cloud produced strong revenue growth, competition picked up in Google's core markets and the company faced internal challenges, including culture clashes and concern about his vision for the future. So yeah, that's clear now. Google market leadership is up for grabs. They have a lot to lose. Uh, ChatGPT has demonstrated that they have a good product. People are using it and doing searches for information and also for data that could in the past be given by Google search. So that's a big problem for them. What happens is that whenever this kind of situation shows up, the big pressure is going to be on company employees. They'll be required to work more, work harder, get less bonus, less money, and I believe that many of them will be fired. That's unfortunately how it works. So basically, they say that a federal judge ruled that Google illegally holds a monopoly on search market. The Justice Department asked Google to be forced to divest at least Chrome Internet Browser Unit, which I think is more than just. In a separate case, the DOJ accused the company of illegally dominating online ad technology. So yeah, essentially the issue with Google is that not only they dominate search engine, which is important technology, but they also dominate online ad. So it's like they are creating content and they are also dominating all ad they also dominate all ad technology that can be sold against this search engine. They are basically manipulating both sides of the market. And also, I wouldn't be surprised that Google is doing something monopolistic regarding AI adoption. Who knows what they're gonna try to do, what kind of backroom deals they will do to make their AI technology being accepted by other companies. Okay, so they are also saying here, don't always have to be the first. And the reason they are saying this is because now it's very clear that Google is not number one, right? We have at least ChatGPT, which is ahead of Google in developing the best models for LLM technology. Finally, I'll give you discuss with you this piece of news from TechCrunch, which says that AI data centers could be distorting the US power grid. And believe me, guys, this is just the beginning, because these companies they are using a disproportionate amount of energy in these training tasks for AI models they're creating, and it's a huge amount of energy that is being used. So basically, the news says the proliferation of data centers aiming to meet the computational needs of AI could be bad news for the US power grid, which everybody knows is not the most advanced power grid. Using 1 million residential sensors, along with market intelligence, Bloomberg found that more than half of the households show the worst power distortions live within 20 miles of significant data center activity. So that's another point. These companies that are creating data centers that spend a huge amount of energy. What this means is that if you live around these data centers, you are gonna have some consequences. One of the consequences is that use of energy is a priority for data centers, not for residential customers. And this is something that is showing here in this analysis. In other words, there appears to be a link between data center proximity and bad harmonics, a term for the less than ideal flow of electrical power into homes. Okay, so this is another side effect of what these oligarchic companies are doing to our markets, is because they are doing this all in into AI technology. They now are using all energy they can get. Everybody needs to remember that tech companies, they sold themselves as very environmentally friendly, that they would save the world, and now what's going to happen? They are saying that they're going to use as much energy as is available, which of course means more problems for the environment. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching this. If you like this, subscribe please, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much.